You are listening to It's a Voice Note, not a podcast. And this is Series 2, Episode 4, Gay Bar, Part 2. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Feels like no time since I saw you last time.
You're going to have to edit that first one. Fuck. We got in a really good rhythm of like, you didn't have to edit too much. It was like...
And fucked it all.
Nice
I went
and
for
easy.
surgery and it's completely fucked up. But the good news is, all healed now. Great.
So, in the previous episode, listeners, we would have established that I am a connoisseur of gay bars. Sam has been to about 4.
Yeah. I'm quite new. I'm new to the gay bars.
I'm the MVP of gay bars, baby.
I know. I'm very fresh off the... I need to go to more gay bars.
Right.
So we're in Stockholm.
We're in Stockholm, and we went on a little journey in the previous one.
Yes.
Like where we've lived, with the gay bars.
What were the gay bars back then? Let's do a recap. So there was the one on Kungsgatan.
The one on Kungsgatan, cannot remember the name of it, but it was literally... I just remember spilling out of it and bumping into Dom and his auntie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then...
What, Our Dom?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he'd been there this long.
Yeah,
That's quite
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I knew Dom before you guys knew Dom.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on our team.
Nice.
So don't try and claim Dom.
All right.
Even though you guys are most definitely his friends. I think the only time I really spoke to him was in that gay bar.
Didn't you say he was on your team?
It was after I left, but I knew him because he was working at the same company at that point.
Yeah.
So there was that one. There was Candy. 3 before 11. Shout out Candy.
Shout out Candy. Yeah.
King Kong. That was down in Maria Toria. That's closed now.
That's closed. Because the gay bars I know from here are
the ones that are open now?
the ones that are open now.
Okay. So they're the ones that are closed that I know of.
Yeah.
So let's start from faves. Oh, the tits to the pits.
Okay, the tits to the pits of gay bars. Okay, so
Let me,
we know our tit. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
sidetrack.
Yeah.
Right. I love a queer pub.
Yeah.
I'm not that really into like bars, clubs, anything like. I want a pub. I want wooden furniture.
Yeah.
I want a hole in the wall. I want it small. I want it a little bit seedy.
Okay.
I want to watch porn on screen. Or when we went and was watching just swimming divers, Tom Daly doing his thing.
Yeah.
I want shit like that. I want beer taps that are dicks, wooden dicks. I want an ashtray, which is someone's asshole with their legs akimbo, and then a little place in the penis where you can put your cigarettes. I've got a picture on my Instagram.
That doesn't exist.
No. It's in Sidetrack. It used to be in front of the urinal, but now they've moved it out into like the little toilet waiting
Because
area.
you can't smoke inside in...
Back in the day, though.
Back in the day, like nowadays, you can't even smoke outside. You have to be standing across the street, facing away from the bar.
But this little ashtray, it's like an antique of like Sidetrack now.
I love that.
So you'd be taking a slash with a fag on, you just pop it in there because it was like right in front of your face.
Brilliant. It's exactly what you want.
Sidetrack is my fave.
Yeah,
And
I like it.
An expensive beer.
Yeah,
It's like, for our UK listeners, it's like £8 a beer, which is a bit much for me.
yeah, and that's the cheap beer over here. So think Foster's or Carling equivalent. But that being said, I can tell you now, there's sort of because on the same street is the club, the membership club SLM.
I've never been to that.
The beer is cheap there because it's a club.
Yeah. It's members, right?
Yeah.
SLM Club, it stands for Stockholm Leatherman.
Yeah.
They have an SLM in Copenhagen as well.
They do. It's got
and in Helsinki.
And they've got the dark rooms.
Yeah. So that one turns into a bit of a kink place, if you're into that.
Yeah.
But I've never been. I'm not saying I won't go there. I just have this thing like...
I won't go back.
I worry that I'm going to bump into like a work colleague that I don't like on like a naked night.
Yeah. I know someone
do.
who's done that.
Yeah. Like, and then I have to see him in like the office on the Monday.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Why don't we won't go on the naked night? We'll go on the underwear night.
Like, London's cool. London is so big. The city is so big.
Yeah.
That I'm most likely not going to.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stockholm's so small, man. I wouldn't shag anyone at work.
No.
I just wouldn't. I never have done. I never will.
You work for quite... There's a lot of people in that office.
Yeah.
You may never see them again.
I was talking to one guy on Grindr like a couple of months ago. And he was like another British bloke. And then he was like, oh, I was just chit-chatting with him. And to be honest, I had no real intention of meeting him. I was just being polite.
Yeah.
But then he messaged me one day. He was like, oh, I saw you in the canteen and I was having a chat with my buyer. And I was like, he was like, we should have hooked up. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, Maria. I'm just going to... I was going to the loo. I'll be back in 15. Like,
Yeah, no.
scratching my dick.
That's so bad.
And then one time I got in the lift and he was in the lift.
Ooh, that's
And then I was like,
uncomfortable.
oh, it's him. So I just looked the other way. And then he messaged me after like, oh, we should have like done something. And I'm like, nah, man, we're at work. Gays are the worst.
Nah, man.
Gays are the worst.
Nah, man.
Nah, man.
Who are you?
That's Nottingham.
Is that not?
That's Nottingham coming
Zahira
out.
the panther sat in front of me.
Zahira.
Shout out. Hopefully she wins. I really want her to, do well in UK versus the World Series 3. She's rumoured to be there.
Really?
She's rumoured.
Ah.
It looks like a good cast. I'm actually quite buzzing for it.
Is it released yet?
It's not released. It's just, this is the rumour of who is going to be on it.
So it's probably true.
Yeah. Gays can't keep a secret.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. She was a bit shit. I mean, represent Nottingham. Love that. Like, she was a bit shit. But you love a shit queen.
I love a shit queen. Maybe we should change the name to Shittingham.
Shottingham.
Shottingham.
Apparently back in the day it was called Snottingham,
Really?
Anyway, I digress. We're going back
We've
to gay bars.
digressed, yeah.
Right, so sidetrack, SLM.
What are the mids?
Mid.
3, 2, 1. Blue Oyster.
Yeah, that's mid.
That is mid.
That's a hard mid.
It's a bit... I've heard... I had a really good time in Blue Oyster. We've had some really good times in Blue Oyster. You've been offered breast milk in Blue Oyster.
Oh my God, yeah.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
That's where... That's where...
Try my breast milk. Back off.
No, we were sat down. We were having
Yeah.
some drinks. It was the summer, so we're in our little shots, and we're just having some drinks. Like, I feel like we just started hanging out then.
Yeah.
And then someone came up to us and was like, "Oh,
Yes.
we want to know. We've got a bet on. Is this your second date or third date?" And I was like, "Oh my God, no! He's like a friend of a friend."
Yeah, I just went, he's a friend. And you went, he's a friend of a friend. And I went, what? And then you went, and then you just looked at me dead in the eye. You went, what?
Friend of a friend.
And then as soon as she
Which
left,
is weird because I was like, "Oh,
you knew me before Dan.
no, it didn't."
You liked me before you liked Dan.
Which is weird because you're not even Dan's friend. I don't even know if he likes you.
Mildly tolerates. It's a marriage of inconvenience.
Oh my God, that's gonna make Dan laugh. Anyway, then we were like, yeah, no, we're just we're like friends. And then they were like, oh, because the person who loses has to do the shot. And I'm like, surely the person who wins gets the shot and the other person pays because they're like 15 quid.
Yeah.
Then we ended up doing shots with them.
Yeah, we did.
And then one of them was like, oh, I've just had a baby.
Do you want
Do you want to try some breast milk? So then, and I was like, for some reason, I was like, yeah, fuck it.
She got it out.
No, she went to the toilet and pumped a little bit into a shot glass. Do you remember?
I did not remember that. I did not know that happened. That's why you wanted to get out there sharpish, because you were like...
This is why... No, because I was like, she worked in TV, and I thought, oh, this could be an interesting contact for you to make. Just, get some, like, local gigs.
Don't tell me you were, forcing her to pump into a shot glass just to get me a job.
I can't remember if I did the shot of breast milk or not.
You didn't?
Okay.
I don't think you did.
I don't think she managed to pump it, right?
No, she did. I can remember you panicking about it.
All right. This is the kind of shit that goes down in gay bars, right? So the thing about Blue Oyster, though, it's above a straight bar.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
But I feel like the straight bar's more...
I don't judge people. Like, if you want to live your life. Just don't fucking shove it in my face. Not in my neighborhood, okay?
Don't want to see any of that breeder behaviour.
No, like, the guy behind the bar downstairs, he's nice.
Loved me.
He loves a redhead.
He loves a redhead. He was
and
like...
he gave us free lagers.
He gave us free lagers. And then he was like, my wife's a redhead too. And I'm like, cool. And I'm just like...
Yeah. I mean, I've chatted with him a few times. He's a nice bloke. But it is the crowd down there. They're like kids.
Yeah.
And they always float up to the gay bar.
Yeah. But the gay bar is also just a bit... it is very much a gay man's bar. It doesn't seem as inclusive as Sidetrack.
Oh, I don't know.
Seeing a lesbian in Sidetrack, perfectly normal.
Yeah.
But in Blue Oyster, I feel it's less that vibe.
Is Sidetrack's pretty gay, though.
Yeah.
It's very queer.
Yeah.
Pretty gay.
Yeah.
I mean, we went with Nilla.
Yeah.
She was pretty down.
Yeah, she seems to like it.
I will say, though, I would say the bars back home are more mixed.
Was that our wedding?
What?
When you went with Nilla to Sidetrack? Yeah, Dan and I went home. And you guys carried on to the nightclub.
Oh.
Yeah, Dan and I were so tired.
It wasn't the nightclub, it was Sidetrack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who did we go with? Probably my ex.
Yeah?
Nilla. Someone else.
Rico? I think Rico went?
Yeah, and then there was this young lesbian lady who was so drunk, and Nilla was like, oh, poor thing.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to order a U-Haul to go home?
Yeah, we kind of had to carry her out, because that's the thing, you have to have your wits about you to get to Sidetrack, because it is a basement bar.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say it's very mixed, though. They play a lot of gay porn, like...
True.
They have, like, TV screens around, and it's very gay.
But I think that does show the sorry state of it, because that is probably the most that we know of
queer
space. But then that leads us to the next question, which we're going to do a little bit later.
We haven't finished the ranking yet.
I know.
Stop rushing through.
I'm not rushing through. I'm just mentioning. There's a thread that we will follow.
Yeah. So we discussed Blue Oyster. I will say that the bars back home, I've hung out with more types of people. Mm-hmm. In Stockholm, it feels like a gay man's gay bar. You know what I mean? Whereas back home, it would just be... Like, I had more lesbian friends back home, way more. Or just, like, trans people. I mean, I don't know. Blue Oyster, mid. My second mid is fucking that boat, Patricia.
We should mention
hell. Patricia. What a nightmare.
Why?
I just remember, because we went for your friend's...
Seymour, launch of
his
Freak.
music video.
Yeah.
That you edited.
Yeah, their music video.
Shout out the editing. And also the other drag art.
Thank you. Shout out to the drag art. Shout out to the queer art on display. I love it. Yeah.
But then, because my friends were over, we went to Patricia, and then I remember just like finding it a really hard time to navigate the boat. Like, where's the toilet? You end up in a restaurant, like...
Yeah, you go through the restaurant to the toilet.
Yeah. Like, people eating the food, and like...
Oh, I loved it.
Seymour's in full clown drag, like...
Yeah. It was so good. I really liked it. I had such a good time. Dan got super smashed that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which didn't really hit him until he was on the deck. And then he was just like, we need to go. And I was like, okay.
That night, this leads us to the next mid for me, anyway. That night, my friend Sophie was over. Eleanor, who's now left, we had a big one. We ended up going to Backdoor, and we were there until like 6 in the morning.
That's a big mid. That's a definite mid.
Backdoor is a mid.
It's the only nightclub we have that's gay. It's the only gay nightclub.
Yeah. There was more. Spoke about it, Candy, King Kong, all of that. But it's the only one that has like a real dance floor.
Yeah.
And they put on nights, they put on big nights. Like we ended up in Coliseum the other night. Did you know it was Coliseum?
I did not know it was Coliseum.
So it's really expensive. Yeah. It's like 350 crowns.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So we just had to put up with a little bit of Schlager for like an hour. Where we were hanging by a thread, man.
We were
hanging. Vanity Vane came in. She said in Swedish, like, thank you for putting up with this, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
You can now go to, and it's just like the other side of the wall. You can now go to the like main event.
Yeah.
That George got us into for free.
Yeah.
That was such a good night. I loved that night. That's the best night at Backdoor I've ever gone to.
Really?
I was full of piss and vinegar, man. I was dancing. I was like, I just love to go dancing. I love to go dancing.
In the club.
Yeah. And then you guys were just in the little pop room in the back, and I was out in like the techno, and there was loads of performances. There was go-go dancers.
I feel like I should have been out in the front, and yeah. I don't know why we were in the back room so much.
Because Dan loves his pop, man.
Yeah. Kylie was probably playing.
Kylie was playing.
That's why.
Yeah. So then the shitters.
Yes.
Secret Garden. The most unfriendly gay bar I've ever been to.
I have no redeeming features of Secret Garden.
The most unfriendly gay bar I've ever been to.
The only redeeming feature I can think of is when we used to go there on Wednesday for Unstag Bubbles.
Yeah.
Which was 29 crowns per glass of Carver.
Yeah.
Which, as mysteriously, apparently it's back and it's 69, but you go there and then whoever's behind the bar doesn't fucking know that exists.
It's just so unfriendly.
So shit now.
The bouncers are unfriendly. The staff are unfriendly.
I heard Timber 4 times in one night, unfriendly.
Me and Rico went one time with my ex when I was visiting, when I was living in London. And we did karaoke. Everyone left the bar. That's unfriendly. We were singing Fergalicious. It was our debut. Fergalicious. Everyone left the bar. That's unfriendly, man. You can't do that on karaoke.
I know. I'd have stayed.
That ain't right, man.
My head plugs in.
No, it's just not the vibe. Not the vibe.
It's not the vibe. Are there any other shitters? Or is that just the only one on the list?
This is the thing, and that's what we're going to talk about now.
The next shitter is there are no other options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are we just too old or too uncool or too foreign to be invited? Where are the kids going?
So I did a little bit of research. And
I Googled. I logged onto the web.
Yeah. Because of the tariffs, we're no longer allowed to say Googled. So I start paged.
Yahoo'd.
No, because that's still American. That's still problematic. I ecosia'd.
Oh, God. It's just to have so much, like, values. It just makes life so hard. Is that why you changed the email address?
That is why I changed the email address. So we're moving away from Google. And also, how cool is that? Voicenote.gay. Like, it literally said to me, we will be monitoring and seeing that your thing isn't homophobic. And I'm like, great, monitor me.
We do throw slurs at each other quite a bit.
We do. We bask in the faggotry and fuckduggery that is our lives.
Yeah.
So I feel like, no, we're gay positive, aren't we?
We just have to send them a video of doing some gay stuff.
Yeah.
Not with each other. I've got something that I can send.
Stop looking at me.
We're not homophobic. Here's me getting fingered.
I'm not homophobic. He's wearing me like a sock puppet.
Yeah.
No. So the research I've done, there is a sapphic club in Stockholm called Club Lilith.
I saw this on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I think that's really fun, cool.
I think it's great. It's a sapphic club, so it's for women and inclusive who love women and inclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like trans mask men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Non-binary.
really cool.
Full spectrum
Yeah.
of the LGBTQIA plus
Yeah.
community, but not focusing on gay men,
Yeah, cool.
which is great.
Well, I mean,
That begs the question: are we? I think I'm okay with that. I feel like we've got, although we don't have enough spaces in Stockholm, I think too much focus is put on gay men as opposed to the rest of the community.
yeah, I mean, I kind of said it earlier, which I guess is in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Because when I went on the Instagram for this Sapphic club. What's it called? Lilith.
Yeah.
It's a lot of young people.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Young people go out, but like I do feel like a lot of lesbians. I think they just Sapphic people. They lose interest in it. They have like football practice to go to. They have kids. Like they kind of want to do. Some of them are like sober. Like they want to do like I know this is like Sapphic brunch.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned this in the last one. Maybe we just edit that out so we can include it in here. But I go to a queer tattoo studio, and that's really fucking cool because they, the family that run that, it's a family-run business. A lot of them are non-binary. They run like queer, like they do like a tattoo fair in the summer, and it's for like queer tattoo artists. They bring people over. They have like a nursery in the event. So, like, people can leave the kids there and then they can go buy an amplada. Like,
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So they put on a lot of events. They do poetry nights. They do, like, sapphic brunches and things like that. Like, so it's... Because, I mean, I do think that obviously we're talking about gay bars now. So we're talking a lot about, like, drinking. And obviously it comes with, like, drugs and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
That, like... To have queer culture that isn't revolved around, like, substance abuse is, like... Because it's such an issue that affects this community.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
I think that's very important.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's nice to, I would love the opportunity to go to a place and not feel the need to drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Like today, we've kind of been quite good. We're on a bit of a health kick.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, we were in the gym. Probably been to the gym again today. We had sushi for dinner.
Yeah.
And we've had fruit juices. And we started off with some of that turmeric, those turmeric shots, didn't we? Those raw shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like we're on a health kick.
So now we're like Sapphic women at brunch.
I identify as a Sapphic woman at brunch.
Yeah.
So maybe it is that we're too old, or we're not the target audience anymore for all the cool trendy places.
There's gotta be gay
Maybe we
nights
start our
that
own.
we're not going to.
Yeah.
Me and Rika were actually talking about like a queer inclusive croquis, like life drawing class. Rika was like, "Oh, the life drawing class is so like boring, so stale." I was like, "Why don't we do our own and make it like a queer one?"
Yeah.
Like we were just talking about it one night. You just get everyone to come, Swish is 30 crowns so we can pay the model,
Yeah.
find a venue.
Who's the model?
It could be like really like cool to do like queer inclusive bodies. That would be cool.
Yeah, I'd love that.
To like, because we're both like, well, I'm not really an illustrator. Back in the day, I was. Where he is now.
I can't draw to save my life.
We don't have to be able to draw. Like life drawing is all about like when you go to art college, right? You do a lot of unlearning. You kind of want to draw like a child. So you draw with your eyes shut. You draw without looking at it. You draw like without taking your pen off the paper. Like you don't need to be able to draw to do life drawing.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is like a free ad. Rika, we need to do it now.
Yeah, we do need to do it. We can sponsor it.
Yeah.
That'll be our first sponsor.
Oh.
So that's really cool. I think, maybe there's, maybe there are clubs, maybe we need to, get in touch with us, invite us.
But this is why I like your friend Seymour.
Yeah.
Because they put on their own nights. Like we went to the ball.
Yeah.
The Halloween ball.
The Halloween ball.
They have like a full family, right?
Yeah, they've got, the House of Freak Show. And I love it. I think, there's so many people within there that are just great. Were you here for Pride? No. Last year.
We just got home from Turkey, so we just like dropped off bags off and then met you guys in Trey Garden, but we didn't do the parade.
Yes. So the parade, we were marching with Queers for Palestine. And I can remember Seymour's drag daughter, Midnight, coming along. And I can remember at one stage, it was like, we've got these really shit fans, and they were like the worst fans ever from like Tiger. And I remember just going like, and it made no noise. And then suddenly, Midnight comes out with this massive sort of like gay fan and just goes, and I was like, need to buy one of those.
It's like gay sound.
Yeah.
Oh.
And do you know what? We saw fans, this was just before my phone got stolen, and I sort of like went paralytic. In Copenhagen, we saw fans. And literally, this must have been the easiest sale of their lives. Because literally, there's haggling, trying to get, and they're trying to sort of like sell these fans. And suddenly me and Dan walked up and went, oh my God, you got fans. Oh my God, you got trans flag fans. And I literally clicked on my phone, got the card up and went, and then she was like, how many do you want? I was like, 2. And she passed it over. She could have put any number in there. And it's just been like, beep, done.
Ah.
It was the easiest sale for them. All she said was 2. That was it. But this brings me on to a good, important question. What do we want from a gay bar / queer inclusive bar, club, whatever it is? Let's create our dream space. What do you want?
Okay, so when I'm entering, friendly bouncers.
Friendly bouncers.
Like queer sensitive bouncers.
Yes.
Because a lot of the time they hire them from like agencies.
Yeah. Even here, I think it's always Ordningsverket, isn't it?
I don't know about here, right?
Yeah.
But like non-homophobic bouncers.
Yeah. Big deal.
Like,
it needs to be good.
Right?
Yeah. Huge.
And then like
deal.
gay bars usually are open later than normal bars.
Yeah.
So like just vet like the trashy straight
people,
men specifically, like they can't come in.
if they're fucked off their face and are not cackling like hags.
I quite like a chick in a gay bar, straight chick in a gay bar.
Yeah.
I'm
talking about the men.
Yeah. But this is the thing. I'm cool with it. As long as you just realise it's not yours. Like you're a guest in our house.
Has to be respectful.
Yeah, like because a lot of people are like, oh, they hate it when straight women go to gay bars. No, that's where they feel safe. Like the whole point is
That
this
is
is a safe space.
That is entirely fine. Not wrecking the joint.
But you don't ruin. You don't run this show. You know what I mean? Like,
do you know what? We had that. We went to a friend of mine's hen do, and we went for the straight night. Shit, she had the worst time. She was like, this is so unfair. I'm not the only bride to be having my hen do in Bournemouth. And I sort of said, let's go to the gay bar. So we went to the gay bar, and like the guy behind the bar just went, you're wearing sashes. Like, we are not. And I just went, hear me out. She had a shit night last night. We want to go to the gay bar to have a good night. And I went, they're all going to leave before 12.
I think.
And do you know what? They did leave before 12, and he sort of looked and he just went, did she have a good night? And I went, she had the best night.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, I'm glad we could do that for them.
I think what a lot of straight women forget is that the drag performers to us are kind of like gay celebs.
Yeah.
And there's just this. I think nowadays it's a lot better for the performers in terms of like personal space and stuff. I think straight women forget that. They forget the rules of like, don't grab someone on the tits or don't grab someone on the arse or pull on their hair. Like I think queens speak about that a lot.
Yeah. Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think non-homophobic bouncers.
Yeah.
Let the straight people in as long as they just kind of, I would have never done a shot of breast milk if that woman wasn't there. Allegedly. I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
You can't remember. I'm lactose intolerant and vegan, so there was no way I'm doing it.
Yeah, is that what you said? You must have said something stupid like that.
I said I'm vegan, and she saw it and she went, yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
And I just went, an animal?
Mama, spit or swallow. Spit or swallow. How vegan are you?
Do you know? Never in the mouth. It's the biggest lie I've ever told.
So let the straight people come in. Because this is my point. Like, gay bars should be a safe space. And then women coming into that space is the reason why they want to be there is because it's safe. They don't want to have to deal with men all over them, like all of that.
I saw something, shout out to this new TV series that it's not new, it's been going on since 2022. It just recently ended. Have you heard of Big Boys? That's recently been on Channel 4 in the UK. So good. It's about like university life. One of them's gay, one of them's straight. And shout out to Jason Pointer. I've actually worked with him on Plebs. He was one of the actors on Plebs.
Name dropper.
Absolute legend in this series. Just the nicest person, like the nicest character in this series. It's sort of like this, who I would want as my straight ally going through university. That sort of person where it's like, I know nothing about your world, but I brought lube. Apparently douching's a thing, so I bought you a douche as well.
I've already douched.
Like, yeah. And he was like, we're going to get you. Yeah. We're going to be all inclusive and, supportive.
I brought some poppers.
There was a brilliant bit because he's doing...
I'm on prep.
Yeah. He's doing all this before the other character, who's the guy from Derry Girls, goes for his first hookup. And he's like, cool. And he's like, you text me the safe word. He was like, what is the safe word? And he was like, help. He was like, right, you open the window, you shout help. I'll be right there. I'm going to be across the street. And he just goes, he's like, go in there and get bummed. And then, walks off.
Bummed.
And honestly, it is the sweetest thing. But they get to this club and it's hilarious. So they have an area downstairs called the creche. And the creche is for the straight people who can't behave.
Nice.
And there's a brilliant bit where Corinne, one of the characters, goes to walk with them. And this is what I would love in a gay bar. At the back, there was a dark room.
Do you use them?
I would.
Have you?
In
the 4 gay bars you've been to?
There's only one that's had a dark room.
I don't know.
I used the dark room when me and Rob went to Berlin. No, not Berlin. When we went to Bruges, there was a dark room up there. But literally, there were 5 people in this bar. Everyone was downstairs. So I used the dark room just for the smoking area.
Yeah, because
I could have lied in the swing.
I've been in a few, especially in Europe. You don't really get them that often in the UK. In the way that they are, like in Amsterdam, they do it quite often. It's like 5 people in the bar.
Yeah.
Like I would go on work trips, and me and my old colleague we were both gay. We would just like Google nearest gay bar with pool table.
Yeah.
Number 3 on my list is pool table. So good. Spend hours. And then like in these tiny bars, they'll just have like, it's just like a cupboard.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was the toilet, so I went in and I was like, oh, not the toilet.
Was it being used?
No.
Okay.
But it's just like a little labyrinth of like holes in the walls and stuff.
Oh, so you see, this was, you go upstairs and then it was full on like, there was like, I did actually I tried the sling. I was just sort of like lying there fully clothed, just going like, okay. Got back up, was looking around. Everything was like, odd angles, a few beds here and there and stuff like that. And then you had just like this glass box in the middle, which was the smoking area.
Oh.
So I was very much, it was very, I don't know.
It sounds very European.
There was no one there. There was 0 there. I could have skipped through the entire place. There was no one there.
I can imagine it gets book wild at the weekend though.
Maybe. It was a Tuesday.
There you go.
Yeah. But so there's that. I did try once in SLM, but I was just wasn't feeling it.
No. So,
but I would like the option. I would like the option of a dark room.
A certain point where you just want to pop in.
Yeah.
Just pop your head in. I'm just gonna nip in
Which
the back.
one?
Yeah.
Just gonna nip in the back.
I won't be long, promise.
It's true. But there's, something like that I think would be just quite nice. Because honestly, the amount of times I've been in Blue Oyster and I've went to go to the bathroom and some pissy twink, two pissy twinks have pushed me out the way and started making out and then slammed the door. And I'm like, I was next in the queue.
I don't like the toilet situation. Right. So this just goes for all bars.
Yeah.
Like a good urinal toilet situation. Backdoor does have a good toilet situation.
Yeah.
They have multiple toilets.
Yes. I'm not a urinal guy.
Sidetrack only has 2 toilets. No urinals.
No.
That's annoying.
That's annoying.
So for My Good Gay Bar, non-homophobic bouncers, vet the amount of straight people that are coming in, especially straight men, but let them in.
Unisex toilets.
A
Plentiful.
good unisex toilet, good urinal system.
Yeah.
For me, lots of fucking chairs. I want to sit down and chat.
Yeah.
I love... My ex, he was like a performer.
Yeah.
He liked to go out and perform. And my God, he was good at it.
Love that.
You saw him at your wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw the video footage. Like, the little man, I'll give it to him, can put on a show.
He is great.
He knew a Britney song.
Absolutely.
He knew 2008 Lady Gaga better than any man I've ever met in my life. But
yeah.
I want to get at the, like... I just want to pull someone into a dark corner and ask them really dark questions about, like, so is that why you find it hard to be intimate with people because your relationship with your father? That's I want a comfortable chair at a dark corner while you're in the back. You're in the...
Whilst I'm in the dark room.
Yeah, you're in the dark
I've got my own
room.
intimate conversation going on as well.
That's
More
how
of
I
a
would do it.
Q&A.
So I want plenty of comfortable chairs.
I wouldn't mind a comfortable chair in the dark room.
Yeah.
Some knee pads would be great.
A stool.
Carpet. No carpet.
No
Carpet's a bad idea.
What else do I want? I either want to go all in on the shit pop. Like all in, cheesy pop.
Yeah.
Like early 2000s.
I want Dan on the DJ decks.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that. I
All
want
in
my
on the
husband on the
pop.
DJ
Yeah,
decks.
yeah.
Because he's really good at it. And he's very vocal about every other DJ in this city. I can remember there was like, what was it? It was the Naughties night at Debate.
Who's that drag queen at Backdoor Man?
Debaser. We didn't mention Debaser.
Oh, God, yeah. So Debaser's not actually a gay
Club.
bar. But
They do the ball.
Ceviche, she puts her nights on there. She's the one that hosts her own ball. She is the queen of if it's not there, make it happen.
Yeah.
We go to the same tattoo studio. So like we follow each other on Instagram. We kind of throw each other likes and stuff. So
Yeah.
we had a tattoo session at the same time. Then we just chatted a bit after. So I don't know her. I say hello to her and I'm out.
Seymour knows Ceviche.
But she is the queen.
She was in Freak, the music video.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
She is
I was
the
there, she was
queen
pulling
of
balls.
like make your own destiny.
Yeah.
Like if she was like there's no ballroom night and there's no major ballroom events. There's a ballroom scene here. She'll put them on. She kind of creates her own events, and I think that's really cool.
I love that.
Yeah. So, but she does it at Debates there.
Nice.
That's what I roped into.
That's
Debates.
where it is. Okay, so that's really good. So Debaser is another one. But I quite like... That's what we want in a gay club as well. I would like a nice bit of a stage area. Doubles as stage
Staging,
and dance floor.
a disco ball.
A disco ball, many
No
disco balls.
fucking pole dancing.
No pole dancing.
But Blue Oyster has a fucking pole dancing thing, and it's so annoying.
Yeah.
When these twinks get a couple fucking vodka Red Bulls in them, they are swinging around that with like no concern, trying to be the fiercest little twink they've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've been going to gay bars for 15 years at this point, babe. Like I've seen it, right?
Yeah. Oh, those are 2 marks in your forehead from the from getting hit by high heels from twinks.
100%.
I love it.
100%. I've seen a lot, babe. I've seen this before as well.
Forgotten a lot as well. I've had too many concussions. Those fucking twinks. You were one of them at one stage.
I was never throwing myself. Actually, no. Yeah, AD2 had a pole.
I knew you were on that
My
pole.
friend Rose, she could really throw herself around on a pole. Yeah.
I nearly broke the pole at Pink Panthers. That was bad.
Structural damage to the building.
Structural damage to the building. It's a grade 1 listed Tudor house.
Yeah.
However, they did do an extension at one stage, and honest to God.
And they put a pole up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's the most British thing I've ever heard.
They did an excavation at one stage, which was quite interesting. They excavated this new area, and we were like, okay, so what's this going to be? And that was the dance trance night. They had like a row of like 70 of, those moving lights. It was like, it was so, I loved it.
Yeah.
Dan hated it, affected his eyes. But it was so, I was in my element in there. And do you know what they did have, which was really good? And I think this would be a really good idea. Diner.
Food.
They had a diner at Pink Punters. You could literally, if you felt too drunk, you could go off into the diner and you could order like burger, chips, kebab, chicken.
Stockholm has that rule where if you serve alcohol during the day, because Blue Oyster they don't serve food because they're not open during the day. It's the top floor.
Yeah.
So I think if you serve alcohol during the day, you have to have food. So most of them have food.
Yeah. So we could do that as well.
We want food, vegan options.
Vegan options. Just a vegan burger.
A vegan burger, vegan
Happy.
Options.
And what I think is a really nice addition, and they do have that at Pink Punters, and actually so they have the top floor.
Brunch, drag.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why is that not a thing in Stockholm?
It is. Tucker Hay. They do a Queen's.
Oh, ceviche, shout out ceviche.
Yes, however, I do have one issue, and the issue is Sweden's drinking laws. So it is not bottomless brunch. So you pay...
There are bottoms.
There are bottoms. And everything costs. And I'm just a little bit tired of that because the brunch food is going to be shit. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be good. It's not France.
Expensive.
Where you get sort of like, like a dick-shaped waffle or a dick-shaped burger. Or, like, what was it? Or a vagina-shaped cookie. Those sort of, you don't get those sort of things. You get like, oh, here is a slice of cheese and some stale, dry, crisp bread. Here is your Rivita. And I'm just like, no.
So in our gay bar, our perfect gay bar.
We're having good food.
We're having good food.
Yep.
We're open during the day.
We're open during the day.
And we'll do non-alcohol related events as well.
Yeah.
For the lesbians.
Throat yoga.
What?
Something.
Me and Rico put on our Life Drawing event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Art on the wall. Queer art on the wall. Not pictures of buff, purely only white gay guys.
Yeah.
Queer art on the wall.
POC inclusive. BIPOC inclusive.
And also just like trans inclusionary art.
Trans inclusionary art.
Bodies.
Yep.
Like...
the full spectrum.
100%. I'm going to call it a queer bar, not gay bar.
Yeah. The queer bar that we're creating. Do you know what I did want to do? I wanted to find a disused tunnelbana station in Stockholm, and there are some. Mm-hmm. And imagine the tunnelbana, but you've turned it into, so you got stairs at one side, stairs at the other, and you've got a bar in the middle. And then you basically put glass over the tracks and stuff like that. No, because guess what you'd call the bar? Slut station.
Oh, God.
How cool would that be?
A little dark room on either side.
Yeah, in the
swing on that one.
In the alcoves.
Yeah.
The alcoves.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I think that could be kind of cute.
That was such a bad joke.
What, slut station?
Now you're going to have to explain what sloot station means.
It means...
Okay, end station.
It means the final stop. It's sort of, it's one of those wonderful Swedish words where it's sort of like, when your washing machine or when your washing machine finishes washing your underwear and it calls you a slut. That's Sweden.
Sloot.
When you
or the end of Finding Nemo in Swedish. Sloot.
Slut. Yeah. Or when you
it's like a meme.
Yeah.
It's always quite about the internet.
Or in filming, when you've finished filming, instead of having a rap party, you have a slut fest.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a beautiful word. It's brilliant.
I had to explain that to a Swedish guy I was dating one time.
He
didn't connect the two.
Really?
He also lived in London.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just, I love how my washing machine analyzes my underwear and goes, slut.
Yeah, that's not yours. That's from more than one person.
That's true.
None of them are you.
Fucking bitch.
Right, so I don't think we've come to like a wholesome ending point to our gay bar yet. So we have like queer art on the walls,
Yeah.
not just plastered posters of like buff gay guys or whatever. It's trans inclusionary, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be an artistic approach to it.
Yeah.
There's a stage area, which is, oh my God, we should do drag sports day.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's just take all of our favourite things about our favourite gay bars.
Yeah.
So the Glory had the tinsel thing on the back of the stage. We can grab that.
Yeah. We can grab that.
We can put on events like Drag Sports Day.
We can do. Drag Sports Day.
Egg on the Spoon.
Yeah.
In heels.
Yeah. Have a dark room at the back with a bouncer that polices it, so no,
No, bouncers, police, and dark rooms. That gets weird.
No, but like, going in, you kind of need someone to stop the straights going in.
My thing about the dark room thing, it becomes so gay
Yeah.
that I feel like it becomes male only. I don't want a dark room in my bar. Maybe you do your little side business. I want it. No, I want it to be queer, where it's like,
Yeah.
like, like because then it just becomes about gay sex.
Maybe. Okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe
I
you're
don't
right.
know.
No
I don't
dark
know.
room.
Let us know,
Yeah.
sapphic women or people, sapphic people. Would you like a dark room? You know what I mean?
The ability.
'Cause, like, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, though.
Maybe it is problematic. Maybe it's hard to police. Maybe it's hard to sort of, because you don't want people going in there just to watch, unless it's sort of, you know what I mean. You don't want straight people that are visiting the gay bar just for sort of like, yeah, we're going to go to the gay bar.
Yeah.
To then be in the dark room just going, hey, look, it's a dick.
A massive cock just pokes through a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh my God. What was that?
You need to see Big Boy. Big Boys. There's so much in this that you're going to love. I suppose what we've come to is the gay bar is many different things to many different people. And maybe we need multiple gay bars because maybe some people out there like Secret Garden.
God. It was actually the first gay bar I ever went to in Stockholm, though.
Yeah.
When I first moved here, I Googled gay bar and I got a cab directly to there.
Yeah.
And I just went on my own.
Yeah.
It used to be really chill. In the back area, there was this like little cute, almost alcove type thing. It's still there. But
Yeah.
I just sit there and read a book
Yeah, I went there.
when I first moved here.
Yeah. But it's not like that anymore.
No.
It's changed.
I also bought both sides of the pub.
Oh, yeah. So we've come with our favourite gay bar, but let us know in the comments what your favourite gay bar is.
Yeah.
'Cause I
And
think-
if it's a bar,
If it's a bar,
like, would you like a gay calf? Because you
Yeah.
do get gay calves in cities
yeah,
when you go travelling, especially in Europe. I think Paris has a few nice gay calves.
that'd be really good.
I'm going to talk about a book that I've read. I think it's called Queer Stories. I gave the book to Rico, and it's about this lesbian writer who worked at, I don't want to get it wrong, but she worked at a publication, like a kind of current publication, like ID or something in that world. And then she wrote a bunch of stories about just kind of queer stories throughout mainly Europe. I think she went over to New York, and but I read the whole book. But she was talking about a gay cafe in Istanbul. She also went to the first Pride in Serbia.
Maybe that should be our next episode. We should do an episode on queer books we're reading.
May, I have feelings about this. I could talk about this all day long. I sent you a bunch of shit to listen to when you were sick. Did you do that?
I am only an hour and 49 minutes away from finishing the end of the first one you suggested.
Which one was that?
Velvet Rage.
Fuck. Yes. Right. Let's save it. Let's save it. Gay
We'll
books.
save this.
Gay books, honey.
Gay books.
Yeah.
Well, but you're going to have to tune into episode 5 for that. You've been listening to It's a Voice Note, Not a podcast. Please reach out to us on socials, on TikTok and on Instagram. It's a Voice Note, Not a podcast. And also email us at our new email address, which is hello@voicenote.gay. Take us away, Callum.
Cheers to the quiz. May we be here for many years. We design your clothes.
We cut your movies. And we cut your hair.
And all we ask for in return is you compliment our derriere.
So please compliment our derrieres. Bye.